We often come across some designs that look like they were made for people to make fun of them. Well, that's not the case. Some people just don't think things through. From the ugliest car in the world to a Nirvana T-shirt, these are some of the best, worst designs ever created. Multipla. The Italian car manufacturer Fiat is known for creating some amazing sports cars, but there was one occasion where they simply didn't manage to succeed. The Fiat Multipla, that's what we're talking about. This is a weird and funny designed multi-purpose vehicle, and you probably haven't seen someone driving this. The car even won the pool of the ugliest car ever made. We can't really say there's one mistake in the design. The whole thing simply looks ridiculous. However, on the other side, this is a very practical car because of the 2 rows of 3 seats and clever packaging. All of that vanishes when you take a look at the weird as hell shape though. Worst uniform ever. These absurd uniforms were worn by a women's cycling team from Colombia during a race, and they quickly became an internet sensation. The reason? Well, it's obvious. You probably wonder who's the person behind the design. Well, they were reportedly designed by a member of the team itself. Also, the uniforms were rebuked online by the head of the International Governing Body for Competitive Cycling, and they were already in use for months before their moment of fame. The squad is a team called IDRD Humana Bogota San Mateo Solgar, which is based in Colombia, according to a post from Colombia's Cycling Federation, announcing the squad's participation in the Giro della Toscana race in Italy. We can only imagine what happened during the race. What were they even thinking? Google Glass.
This is your touchpad. It runs from your temple to your ear. Tap the touchpad to wake up Glass.
Aesthetically, it's a pretty interesting little device because it sits on your face like a regular pair of glasses, but, well, there are no actual lenses, there's no glass.
Google bet big on their high-tech glasses in 2013, but this was another loss for the company. If you thought being glued to your phone all the time was bad, just imagine having a computer literally tethered to your head. When Google Glass was released to the public, its awkward design went viral, with a reason, of course. Just look at how complicated the product looked. It's no wonder this tech innovation failed. Oh, and if you disagree, they're technically still available, but now they're sold to businesses as a productivity tool. It's called fashion. Some days we feel like Carrie Bradshaw as we want to try a risky fashion choice, but we often spent the whole day wondering if we should go back and change. Don't worry, after seeing this, you'll feel free to go out in your pajamas. Have you ever seen this Fendi Shawl that was sold for $990? Fendi has designed a pink circle scarf printed with the brand's signature logo and lined with brown fur. The whole design will just make you feel awkward. And if we're talking numbers, the scarf came with a price of $990. Can you guys imagine that? Someone paid $990 to own such a thing and wear it. The Touch of Fur stole is available in blue and red, but online shoppers prefer the pink version that's no longer available on the website. Would you guys ever wear something like this? Let us know down below. Adidas Kobe Too.
This brings back so many memories. So you see them right here. Adidas Kobe Too.
Sneakers come in different shapes and sizes, and here's an interesting fact. The first sneaker with a rubber sole dated back to the early 1800s. In just the last 2 decades, we've seen some truly horrible design choices, but there's one that caught our attention the most. In fact, some people refer to it as the ugliest sneaker ever made. We're, of course, talking about Adidas' second attempt at the Kobe signature shoe. In fact, Kobe was actually really involved with this sneaker that became a matter of mockery. Now universally recognized as the ugliest sneaker of all time, we wonder what the designers were thinking. Yeah, being innovative is okay, but this is just atrocious. She said yes. For most brides-to-be, finding the perfect wedding dress is a nightmare. They spend a lot of time looking for the one, and the price is often more than they planned. However, this eccentric bridal designer took it to another level. Prepare yourself, your eyes are gonna burn after seeing this one. Out of the world's most bizarre wedding dresses, this one is probably the worst. What was the designer thinking? Did he take inspiration from the looks of an octopus? Lisa Jackson deserves to die. Quote, As he watches, her body drifted below the water surface, forever altered. Before he disposes of each victim, he takes a trophy. It's a sign of his power and a warning. Nothing weird, just a sentence from the book's cover you're looking at. When you publish a book, you have tons of things to think of. Font, weight, color, location of the text, and concentrate on that last one, location of the text. In this case, it was not the best idea for the title to be placed directly under the author's name. It freaking changes the whole title. Mama's Baking. Logos are a tricky thing, and probably one of the most important things for a business. So, when this bakery in Greece combined a representation of the eponymous Mama and the oven in which she probably bakes her cakes and loaves of bread, things didn't look like the creators expected to look. Or did they? The issue with this design is that the position of the flame in the oven makes it look like something strange. Maybe this was done on purpose, since the bakery and cafe still use the logo that's taken it to global internet fame. Designing a logo is a critical job, especially when employing the human figure in it. A lot of things can be mistaken. However, everything's about perspective, right? You see what you want to see. Graduate photography. This is an advert for a graduation day photography service. But the more you look at it, the darker it gets, right? What the hell does the light at the end of the track mean? This was probably made with no wrong intentions, but we can't help but notice the dark story the photo offers. It simply looks like the girl's about to end her life after graduating. It surely does not give any hope, if that's what the intention of the creator wanted. And it's not only the light of the train, but the color tones and the choice of font also seem only to give a dark tone to the whole message, and it has nothing to do with celebrating graduation. Nirvana? There are so many funny t-shirts that feature band names, logos, and songs that are just somewhat wrong. Upon first glance, everything looks fine. For instance, on this t-shirt, both Guns N' Roses and their song Sweet Child of Mine are not spelled correctly. Now, that's not Nirvana, right? But any member of Hanson would probably be excited to be mistaken for Kurt Cobain. This is probably one of the biggest t-shirt fails ever. And this is a really popular issue. Some people just don't care. If you happen to own one of these t-shirts, whether as a gift or you're just really, really funny, let us know what kind of t-shirt you own. Also, is there any other t-shirt fail that would be added to this list? Please let us know. Leave a comment down below. Quit school? This bus has a wrong message, obviously. The intention was to send a great message through a well-intentioned advertisement, but it all went down because of a terrible failure. Nobody's perfect. I mean, we all make mistakes. And the design is full of little tricks that are easy to miss. Thankfully, designers usually learn from their early failures and become better for them. With that thought, design fails aren't all that bad, for the most part. But every now and then, you get something like this. So wrong! Product design is a well-paid profession after all. While we all look for an easier way to do our job, and we often look for tutorials on YouTube on how to make a logo or those kinds of things, it's always better to hire a professional. But when someone unprofessional does that, we can find joy in laughing at other people's mistakes. And here, we present to you the Graham Clark Oration Award for Science Innovation. It was meant to be two hands peeling away layers of the earth. Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Pisan fleet was all adjusted up and enthusiastic to start their journey towards the city of Palermo. They struggled to win, and they were slowly becoming of great importance for ruling over the seas, as the people of Pisa actively joined in trade business and wars. Pisa was slowly becoming one of the most important seaports for Italy. After conquering Palermo with plentiful treasures, the people of Pisa decided to mark their victories by building a cathedral complex. This complex would include a cathedral, a baptistery, a cemetery, and a bell tower. The construction process of the bell tower began in 1173. However, a mistake was made. After the first 2 stories were built, a problem occurred while constructing the 3rd level, as the architects started realizing that the structure was starting to lean to one side. It was later discovered that the soil that was chosen for the construction of the bell tower was not properly strong enough to support such a big building. The bell tower was finally completed in 1370, which is now known as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Which of these mistakes do you find the most unpleasant? Do share with us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos again. And as always, thanks for watching.